Bears have lost to the Washington Commanders by a score of 18-15. In Washington, losing to Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders on a last-second Hail Mary that was caught in the end zone. And the Bears' record falls to 4-3. That was, I think, the worst loss, at least the most brutal loss that I've seen in a while. In a while. My first thought was the Browns game last year. This is worse than that. My next thought was the Saints game from 2019 through the first half. That's what I was thinking of. It's worse than that. My next thought was the double doink, and I don't think it's worse than that. And that's saying a lot because I've seen a lot of brutal Bears losses the last few years. I saw in person, we saw the Bears convert a 4th and 10 with Andy Dalton as QB against the Ravens' backup quarterback. Ended up losing against the Ravens in 2021. We saw Darnell Mooney drop a Hail Mary against the Browns last year to lose in 2023. We've seen the Bears blow against the Detroit Lions in 2020 at the last second. Mitch Trubisky fumbling in his own 10-yard line and letting the Lions come back and win. And we've seen this, which I don't think I've seen anything quite like this. I don't think I've ever watched the Bears get caught up on a Hail Mary before. Yeah. It just sucks because it's like, we would have won. Like, it's just that one play, that very routine play that a lot of teams can strike down that comes down to pure chance and pure luck. And they got it. And like, it's completely different video I'm making right now if that thing just gets batted down, or if there's a corner that leaks back, or if the refs call the holding that they were doing on the last play there on, I think it was Chris Williams, but they didn't. And we lost. And yeah, like this sucks. Like, I'm just like, it's one of these where it's not like last year when we lost to the Broncos. I was really angry. I was really mad. And when we lost to the Browns and the Packers last year, I was just really sad. I just feel so like, just so done. Like at this point, like just so melancholic because it just feels like there's no answer I can take from that because we did enough to win, but then we didn't. It's hard to find the words for that. And that's something that a locker room is going to take a lot worse than the fan base does. And the fan base is not going to take it well, that's for sure. The locker room is going to take it even worse. Like, this is a kind of loss that can kill a season if you're not careful. We're going to see what Flus and Co. are capable of when it comes to managing a team culture. I guess I'm optimistic about it, but God, like that hurts, man. Like I was literally thinking about what I was gonna say after we won so I guess we'll start from the beginning. But Bears first half offensively, just awful. Could not get anything going. I think Caleb had like 40 passing yards at the half. Like, nothing was going on. And the offensive line, man, has been so bad for most of the year. Did well the last few weeks. Enough for us to be like, maybe. No. This week against a Commanders D-line that was missing their best player, they gave up a ton of pressures. Caleb could not get in any rhythm. Run game was lackluster. And the play calls were just super vanilla. Just nothing. And the defense was doing all right. It was the epitome of bend but don't break, where you give up a lot. They got to the red zone a lot, I think on their first 3 or 4 drives. But we held them to field goals every time. That I can be proud of, especially missing Brisker and Gordon, who I think are very core pieces to this defense, and they weren't out there today. The defense still had a great performance. Jaden Daniels, I don't think, looked all that amazing today. And now, in the first half, I think the halftime score was 9-0. Eventually, it was 12-0. The Bears eventually wake up. DeAndre Swift gets a really nice long touchdown. Super happy about that. Swift continues to impress me. But it's not like this Commanders defense is a legion of world beaters, man. Like, we should be putting up more than 15 points. Case in point, goal line, 3rd down on the 1-yard line. They do a fullback handoff to Doug Kramer, a man who is a former center, converted to fullback, and they wanted to get cute with it. They wanted to do the fridge play because, everyone loves that. Everybody, I know what they were trying to do, all right? They were trying to do the Matt Nagy cool stuff that we all loved in 18. But it's not as cool when Kramer fumbles the snap and Commanders recover the ball, and now we have no chance for the go-ahead touchdown for now. And that made me so upset. Luckily, the defense, clutch as ever, forced a 3-and-out, converted, let them punt, forced a 4th down. And Caleb had his best drive. I think he had like over 100 passing yards in the 4th quarter. Great 4th quarter for him. Marched down the field right to the 1-yard line after a Keenan Allen pass interference call. Punch it in with Roschon. Awesome. Bears are getting ready to win. Defense, clock management was great. It looked like we were going to escape out of there with a W. And then Jaden Daniels heaves up the Hail Mary. Bounces off the big pile of guys trying to get it into a Commanders receiver all by himself in the end zone. The Bears lose the game because of that. After having a great day, the Commanders had no touchdowns other than that. And that's how you lose. The defense played well enough to win. Offense sucked, but so did theirs. It's I don't feel like the Bears deserve to win, but I don't feel like the Commanders deserve to win that either, bro. That's the point of Hail Marys. It's people that are going to lose that eke out a win for no reason. And that's exactly what happened today. It just sucks, man. I really wanted this win. Because, this was our chance to... The number one knock on the Bears, what's it been? We haven't beaten any good teams. Here's a good team. And that's what happens. This was our chance to prove that we could beat a good team. This was our chance to out-duel another rookie quarterback in Jaden Daniels, because there's a lot of hubbub that, we should have taken him instead of Caleb, which I think is a useless conversation anyway. And this was our chance to prove ourselves as a legit team. And you can't... This division is so difficult. So difficult. They keep winning, except the Vikings. But they keep winning. Everyone keeps winning. You have to get every win you can to keep pace with this division if you want to make the playoffs. If you lose, it has to be with zero doubt. You can't let losses like these slip through your fingers, and that's exactly what happened today. Now, I'm really upset that now we took a loss completely unnecessarily, and now we're losing ground with our division. I think we're 2 games back now because everyone else won this week except the Vikings, but the Vikings have 5 wins. We can't afford to lose games like this, man. I'm and everyone's like, we got fire Flus, we got fire Waldron, whatever. I don't even know what to take away from this game. What do you say when you don't even know what to say in terms of the outlook of this team? I don't know. I'm going to have to look at the tape of it, the all 22 in a couple days. See what that says. Was it Caleb's fault? Was it bad play calling? Were the receivers not getting open? I need to find out what it was, because I just don't know what to say about that. Defense continues to prove they're legit. Dang. Had every reason to win this game. Every single reason. So, yeah, next week we play the Cardinals. Cardinals just beat the Dolphins. We'll see if we can win that. I think we will, but, God. Then the Patriots. So we have the Cards and the Patriots. And then we have to face our divisional onslaught last 8 weeks, where we have to face the Packers twice, the Lions twice, the Vikings twice, the Niners, and the Seahawks. And we're going to probably go in there with a record of 6-4. I was hoping for 7-3. It's going to be 6-4. We have to split those games if we want any chance of making the playoffs. Splitting our division, I mean, the Niners are going to have CMC back. They're probably going to have Debo back. They're not going to have Ayuk, but, like, that's a Niners team that's scary. I think we could beat the Seahawks. But that comes out to a 10-7 season if we split those games. We need to do that. We can't afford any more unnecessary losses. You can afford 4 more the rest of the way. Once you get to 7 losses, at that point, some teams aren't going to make the playoffs that are 10-7. You can afford 4 more. So be careful, because you're burning through losses that you can't afford to give away. It's one thing if we're in the division like the Bills are, where everybody sucks except for them. Then it doesn't matter. This matters, man. We're 4th in the NFC North. We're fighting for our lives for a playoff spot. And it's not going to happen with losses like these. And yes, the Hail Mary sucks, but like so many other aspects to be working on other than that, man. So many others. The offense is pathetic. There's no reason an offense with a number 1 overall pick, a former Pro Bowl running back, a tight end that I think is going to make the Pro Bowl this year, a top 10 wide receiver pick, DJ Moore, who probably should have made the Pro Bowl last year, and Keenan Allen, who's a multi-time All-Pro. There's no reason that an offense that stacked should be this bad. And yet, we're going out there and we're only doing well when it's against, like, teams that have no hope. This Commanders team is fighting. And when a team is fighting, we have no answers for it right now. And this offense has underwhelmed me so much this year. I still like Caleb, but like, it wasn't like today was a super great day for him. The number 1 problem continues to be the offensive line, who was awful today and stopped Caleb from ever getting in rhythm. He got sacked on the second play, and from then on, he's just super antsy, not super comfortable. They got pressure up, down, and sideways. O-line is injured. On top of that, we lost 2 guys during the game. And now the whole offense shuts down because of that. Ryan Poles has invested this offense from the outside in, and it's not working. And this isn't the kind of thing you can just fix in one offseason or with one big trade like everyone wants to do. Everyone's like, oh, get an offensive lineman at the deadline. It's not how this works. It's not going to fix anything. Darnell Wright's a top 10 pick. And he got slotted in here. The whole unit sucks. It's awful, man. So, yeah, we'll see where we go from here. I'm going to be hearing about this loss for a long time. This is like the kind of thing that ends up in highlight compilations and stuff. Jaden Daniels is probably winning Rookie of the Year now, which really annoys me because, like, I really wanted Caleb to win that because I think he's going to end up being the better quarterback. And it'd just be cool to have, obviously. But, come on, man. Like, his team has 1 loss or 2 losses. He just converted a Hail Mary. Like, man, it's just frustrating. So we'll see where we go from here. I mean, it's not like the season's over, but like stuff like this hurts a lot, and we can't afford to do stuff like this. So yeah, see y'all next week, I guess.
Yeah.